Hey there, future real estate pros. Let's get you geared up to not just pass, but absolutely crush your Florida licensing exam. And we're going to do that by mastering the crucial rules of brokerage operations. Okay, let's dive right in. Here's the game plan for today. We're going to cover everything from real-world problems you'll actually see to the nitty-gritty of money and ads, all the way to those tricky exam questions designed to catch you off guard. Let's do this. So let's kick things off with a scenario that I promise you will face this. It's all about what happens when you're handling a client's earnest money, a deal goes sideways, and suddenly things they get messy. Yeah, this is a super high-stakes situation, right? You've got the buyer wanting their money back, the seller saying, no way, it's mine, and you're stuck right in the middle. The exam absolutely loves this stuff. They're going to test you on the exact step-by-step legal process you have to follow to protect your client, your broker, and hey, let's be real, to protect your own license. So to get through a sticky situation like that escrow mess, you've got to know the rules of the road for your brokerage inside and out. And rule number one, the foundation for everything else, it always starts with how you handle the money. Okay, exam alert. Get your highlighters out for this one. You have to burn this timeline into your brain. As the sales associate, once you get that deposit check, you have until the end of the next business day to get it to your broker. Got it? Then, your broker has until the end of the third business day from when you received it to get that money into the escrow account. These deadlines, they're not suggestions. They are guaranteed to be on the exam. So check this out. See how just leaving one little thing out creates a huge problem? That ad on the right, that's what we call a blind ad. Why? Because you can't see the brokerage's registered name. And that is a massive no-no. This is a hard and fast rule, folks. Every single ad you run has to have the brokerage name in it. No exceptions, none. And here's another exam alert for you. A blind ad, that's any ad that doesn't clearly state the brokerage name, is completely illegal, strictly prohibited. And pay special attention when it comes to internet ads, okay? The rule says the brokerage name has to be right there adjacent to your contact info. It all comes down to one thing. The state wants the public to know without a shadow of a doubt who they're really dealing with. And let me be super clear about this. These aren't nice to haves. These are the absolute rock-solid requirements for legally running a brokerage in Florida. You can't just, work out of the back of your car. You need a real, physical, registered office, a place where the books are kept and where that all-important sign is out front for everyone to see. And speaking of that sign, it's not just any old sign. It has very specific things that have to be on it, and you better believe this will be on the exam. It has to show the brokerage trade name, your broker's name, and those magic words, licensed real estate broker. Okay. To really nail this exam, you've got to speak the language, right? So let's open up the terminology vaults and do a rapid-fire round of some key terms. If you know these definitions cold, I'm telling you, you're going to have a huge advantage. First up, commingle. This is a big one and a serious violation. It means illegally mixing a client's escrow money with the broker's own business or personal funds. I mean, the analogy says it all. You wouldn't mix your grocery money with the client's house money, would you? Client funds always stay separate. All right, now let's level up from commingling. This is conversion. If commingling is just mixing the money in the wrong account, conversion is when you actually use or spend that client's money for your own stuff. This isn't just breaking a rule anymore, folks. This is flat-out theft. Next up, escrow disbursement order, or EDO. Okay, think of the EDO as the referee stepping onto the field to make the final call. The buyer and seller are fighting over the deposit, nobody can agree, so the broker can go to the Florida Real Estate Commission, that's FREC, and request an EDO. FREC then steps in and officially decides who gets the money. Problem solved. Okay, this one is a classic exam trap, so listen up. Ostensible partnership. This is when a couple of brokers act in a way that makes the public think they're partners, even if they're not. Maybe they're sharing an office sign or a logo. This is a huge no-no. You cannot create the appearance of a partnership if a legal one doesn't exist, because you could be held liable just as if you were. All right, now for the good stuff. This is your insider coaching session. This is where we break down how the exam tries to be clever, how it tries to trick you. If you pay close attention right now, you'll see these traps coming from a mile away, and you'll nail the answer every single time. So the exam just loves testing you on procedures when the pressure's on. Remember that escrow dispute? Once your broker notifies FREC about it within 15 business days, the clock starts ticking again. They then have 30 business days to start one of the settlement procedures. So what are those procedures? Let's break down the 4 options you absolutely have to know. Exam alert. You need to know these 4 options cold, especially the differences between them. Look, mediation is the only one that's not binding. It's just a facilitated talk, that's it. Arbitration, that one is binding, but, and this is key, only if both sides agree to it in writing beforehand. Litigation is what it sounds like. You're going to court. And an EDO, as we said, is asking the commission, FREC, to make the call. Okay, let's look at another common trap. This one is all about team advertising. The name sounds pretty cool, right? The Miami Waterfront Experts. But is it compliant? What's the potential problem here? And here's the trap. A team name can never be bigger or more prominent than the actual brokerage name. It can't create confusion, so Sunshine Realty has to be right there, just as big, just as noticeable as the Miami Waterfront Experts. The public can't be left wondering if the team is its own separate company. It's not. Okay, time to lock it all in. Let's do a super quick 60-second exam cram. These are the absolute must-knows to take with you into that testing center. Ready? Let's go. Number 1, those escrow deadlines are set in stone. 1 business day for you to get that check to your broker, 3 business days for your broker to get it deposited. Remember, 1 in 3, no exceptions. Number 2, every single ad needs the brokerage name. Every single one. If it's missing, you've created a blind ad, and that is strictly illegal. End of discussion. And number 3, never, ever mix or misuse client money. Keep it separate. That's how you avoid commingling. And for goodness sake, don't spend it. That's conversion, which is theft. Just don't do it. All right, that's it. You've got the rules down. You know what traps to look out for. Now you're ready to walk into that exam with confidence, handle your first transaction legally, and start your career off on the right foot. You've got this. Good luck.